reading. We are reading. I'm reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam 11, 17, 18. Astikyam Daananishtha cha adambho brahma sivanam atushti rartho pachayarveshya prakrutaya svipaha. Faith in Vedic civilization, dedication to charity, freedom from hypocrisy, service to the Brahmanas, and perpetually desiring to accumulate more money are the natural qualities of Vaishyas. Vaishyas is one of the Varna in the four Varnas, one of the four Varnas, Vaishya. That is the business community. Business community means what to do to remain busy. One way of that thinking, and another is what is the source of uh, income for the day-to-day activities for the life. So business. So Brahmin Vaishyas in the Kali Yuga, Vaishyas are spread over different kind of all economic activity engagements. So, but the best course of action if one is into business, then that he's supposed to protect. He's supposed to do farming and tend cows to get the milk and milk products and supply it to the society. That is the best Vaishya occupation according to Bhagavatam. But in Kali Yuga, it is not so seen everywhere. So all are busy exploiting the nature. They are building big fortune, companies, 500 companies, Fortune 500 they call it. So big multinationals they are building. They want to open up big business ventures, but they all this is exploitation of the nature. So does it mean that we must remain without any work and just become idle? So all these things must be done in a moderate manner. Many people they earn so much huge amount of wealth. They keep on earning, they keep on multiplying, they want to lord over the nature and exploit it. If you find that you have earned certain amount, then what why to go on multiplying it? Then you would say this is a very pessimistic view about conducting one's own life. It is not so. Because if you only do such things without having a proper share for your spiritual growth, then this kind of activities become a bondage, and such a person he also puts all other people at risk. So it is in no way helping the human society. So the Vaishya community, the best course of occupation recommended according to the Shastras is farming and tending to cows. And all this should be done in a moderate way so as to just satisfy your own needs. And that is the best course of action because the rest of the time must be spent in devotion, in chanting the glories, the names of the Lord. And this is the way one must conduct. So, what are the Brahmins? Now, similarly, the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and then the Shudras, these are the four Varnas. So, for the Vaishya, we are talking about the Vaishya community here. Atushtir Arthopachayai indicates that a Vaishya is never satisfied with any amount of wealth and always wants to accumulate more. So, what will happen to such a person who is not at all satisfied with a little wealth that he has earned? Satisfaction is the outcome of any engagement for any human being. If one is not satisfied, then his mind will always run to the external things and he will only commit more and more sin. This is a thing to understand. And any kind of success should be measured in terms of what is the satisfaction one derives. So completely, um, this is very comparative, and there is you may say that one may say that it is no, there's no ideal state to it. it whatever gives me happiness, I am satisfied in that. And so this is the way people are not ready to listen to the truth. So this is the problem in the modern society, and it becomes very difficult when you associate with such people who are very headstrong. They have their own views about all such kind of things, and that is why then such kind of association also does not give any output as such. But people have to understand that satisfaction in doing anything is a measure of success, and not I could have done more, I did only 30%, I should have done 90%, and all that things. So what one gets satisfied with is defines his personality, and that is the way an ideal person would weigh himself. Otherwise, who will give him a stamp about the ideal situation in this in his conduct? One has to give this certificate to oneself, and that is how it is. Sincerity, they say, sincerity is must. A sincere person will never fail. So sincerity, one has to give oneself the certificate. No one else will approve of it. So this is the freedom that Lord has given in this, and we should acknowledge it because we are part and parcel of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have been given this freedom, and we must use it in glory of His mercy on us, not to just leave it like that and become hayward and lose altogether the purpose of existence. And that is why the worship, the devotion, it is so meaningful when it comes to such situations in life. And that is why the modern people, the modern society, the modern Vaishya community, they cannot understand these things. If you suddenly give them, they may not take it because their ego gets hurt. And that is the reason such things. And we have to we cannot and then most of the times if you are weak, and the younger generation, they succumb to this and they fall a prey to all the external attractions. They cannot maintain their own individual belief, and they get very easily influenced by people around. And the saddest part of this material world is that good things are very rare, and whatever other things then if good things are rare, then naturally the by the way of by the way this is being going on, then the bad things. But we must not fall into this good or bad aspect, otherwise we will lose a bigger picture. But to understand in general, good things are very rare on the material on this in this material world. The tendency to degrade is always there. So it is said that whenever you have anything good in your mind, execute it immediately. Immediately, you must take advantage of it because such things rarely come by in one's life. So whenever you have time and you've good feeling, then you have to enhance your devotion. That is the recommended course. Not that in the morning I have done my 2 hours of meditation or sadhana or whatever, and now I have time and I can do my own hobbies or any other thing, or I not think towards more, some material success or whatever little profit I can get. You can do that, but if you have time, you must enhance the quality of your devotion. That is the recommended thing. So now coming back to the topic, Vaishya is never satisfied with any amount of wealth and always wants to accumulate more. The tendency to accumulate in itself is a very degrading thing. What are you going to accumulate? What is the outcome of it? It is such an illusion. This is Maya for my sons, for my grandsons. Then they will take my name when I pass away. My name will be on the earth planet in the form of my grandchildren singing my glories. Such a naive thoughts are there in people's mind. And this is there majority of the places over you can find this. And the ego is so much that they don't realize the truth. And such an ego, when it is little, it just creeps in there. You can say the onset. You should recognize it and immediately, as it raises its hood, just knock it down. Otherwise, it will become very big and lead you to an altogether different path. So, on the other hand, now about the Vaishya, he is always wanting to accumulate wealth. He is Daananishtha. He is Daananishtha. Not that he's earning and then he is miser and he doesn't want to, spend on charity. He knows the importance of charity too, and he knows how to multiply his wealth. By giving charity, his wealth is going to be multiplied. So that would be one selfish reason for charity. Not that charity is always good. With what tendency, with what intention it is done, that counts it all. And the quality of that charity, only a great person, a saint, a figure, only he can tell, who is a pure devotee. Only he can tell what will be the quality of that charity. So, Avaishya is Daananishtha, dedicated to charitable work. He is Brahma Sevi, always engaged in assisting the Brahmanas now. Assisting the Brahmanas again, people are motivated by different reasons to assist the Brahmanas. And Adamha, free from hypocrisy. Now, assisting the Brahmanas, one may be greedy for wealth, one may be seeking some perfection, one may be seeking to increase his level of knowledge, become a scholar. So, such things creep in the mind, and it is very important when you are looking for something in terms of association. It's always good that you have a Brahma Sevi association. They are after sadhus, these such people are there, and um, they are all well versed with all the literature, scriptures, the texts, and they know the purpose of it, and they have a very good accent. They can speak it in fluent. The Sanskrit, the pronunciation is very pleasing to the ears and perfect, and it sounds as if now they will bring down all the gods on the earth, something like that. So such brahmanas are there. And then so the Vaishyas want to serve such brahmanas also. And why, the reason could be altogether different. Now each time we consider the ideal situation, each time we have been considering what is the ideal way. The ideal way is to please the god and then please Krishna, and then we are done with it. But this is becoming so saturated nowadays. Everybody is just saying that, "Oh, no, what is the purpose of this is to please Krishna." But the practical aspect of it is missed, and if one can catch that, then there will be all a drastic change. And it is easier said than done. So it is very essential that you do it, because the practical aspect is all that counts. You're doing devotion, but if you are not getting that devotional ecstasy, if you are not able to cry for the Lord, even in more than 10 seconds in the morning, then what is the use of all that? Your connection to the Lord has not established. The ultimate figure of, the center of focus around whom your life revolves is a missing in your life. So what is the use of all these activities, charity? And then how we support it is that I will do this, and in the future maybe I will get some good karmas. But all these karmas, you are doing it for your own self interest, where the Lord is minus. So it is very important to understand what is that karma that is for the Lord, and what is it that you are doing for the world. And world means world, your own perception of the world, not the world. There's no other world. It's on your own perception of the world. It is that, and not the external world. Whatever you believe in, that is the world. So it is so relative. What is the world all about? No two people can have a common understanding, or they'll not agree to it. On a general level, there will be, but each person has his own experiences and his own perception, and what the world means to him and what he is for the world. So, such things one has to think about this in depth, and you must always think for the practical aspect of devotional service. And Adambha and the Vaishya is free from hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, that is pretense, putting on some pretense and doing that. Um, This is due to astikyam. And why is this? It's not all the Vaishya community will be like that. Some are really of they are with all the ideal good qualities. Adambha is one of that. Conducting business in a way that will please, satisfy, fulfill his way, fulfill his life to a complete. That is, he is not free from hypocrisy. So such people are rarely found, and there are such people also. This is now why is this that he is Brahma Sevi, Daananishtha, and he is Adambi. So where are these qualities coming in from to him? That person, it is due to astikyam, the complete faith in the Vedic way of life, and the confidence that one will be punished or rewarded in the next life for one's present activities. So this is so important, and here comes the knowledge. When you do anything, you must know that the result of this will come sooner or later, but you cannot escape it. So today, if I am cheating or I am taking an easy course and I become happy with it, but tomorrow the result will be there. If you overeat today, the result will be there after few years also. You can see the effects of it. So it's not that today you can enjoy, overeat, and then 10 times you eat in a day and enjoy. Not like that. You have to stick to your schedule. The Mother Nature does not spare anyone. The Prakriti, the constitution of our body, the three things, Kaph, Pitta, Vata, these elements get disturbed immediately, and there is a result. Though it may not be so visible or conspicuous, but yes, it is there, and it will affect your nature uh, in the process. So you may be a nice person, and but because of the way food you take, you may be incited into anger. So such things, your nature will also change because of the quality of the food that you take. So that is recommended that you should always take prasadam. Prasadam in the sense, if it is someday there's no salt in the food and that's forgotten and they say it is a prasadam, you have to take it as it is. You cannot say, I want salt. Salt is missing in the prasadam. So such things. Then sweet is there, then I like sweet, so I will eat more. Prasadam is sweet. Not like that. Not based on that is why it is said, whatever your worldly habits, based on that, you don't define the things. Such small things creep in, and these are very important and they count a lot. So, when the practical aspect of devotion, when you are doing Harikatha, but then you take all the necessary care to have that Harikatha into your ears. But at the time of taking Prasadam, you say that this spice is missing in the sabzi, means in the Prasad. Did you forgot to put this spice? Otherwise, it would have become more tasty. So, now what is this? So, such mistakes must be avoided. The Prasadam is Prasadam. Whether the spice was there or not there, you would have, because of your faith, you would get the ultimate benefit of that prasadam. That is the science. So, such small things, they are very important because they take you closer to the practical aspect of devotional service. So, about now coming back to this present shloka of Bhagavatam 11, 17, 18. It is said that the Vaishya, who is Brahma Sevi, Daananishtha, and free and Adambha, he he has these qualities because of astikyam, that is faith in the Vedic way of life, and the uh, and the confidence that one will be rewarded or punished in the next life for one's present activities. If you don't even know that much, then what is the use of going ahead? One must wonder about these things and accordingly conduct the karmas in the day to day life. The fervent desire of the Vaishyas to accumulate wealth is not the same as the ordinary material greed because it is purified and tempered by the superior qualities mentioned in this verse. So, the things that are done out of material greed, the business that is conducted out of material greed, and a business that is conducted to revive, what his spiritual qualities or make his life meaningful by attributing every little endeavor or success to the Lord's lotus feet is different things. So now these qualities of Daananishtha, that astikyam, it comes because the person is purified by his faith in the higher goals. So it starts with the Vedic way of life. Now, because of devotion, now in today's world, everybody is talking of devotional service to Lord Krishna. So when it comes to Vedic way of life, they are like, oh no, 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 it is all bullshit. It is not required, and it is not for us. We are evolved, pure devotees. We are on the path of pure devotees. We are follower of pure devotees. So this Vedic way of life, it is. But you have reached here. Many majority of the people reach to a higher position in the spiritual life through the Vedic path because of the way the Lord's avatars happen. So this Vedic way of life is also one way, and it makes a person, at least he's scared of committing sins in the to start with. But the essence of Vedas he forgets, and that is the practical aspect of devotional service. So such people, if they can be helped, then a lot of expectation around serving the Lord can be satisfied. So every varna is important, and the practical aspect of devotional service is the essence of all the scriptures, whether it be Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhagavad Gita, not to speak about it. Bhagavad Gita is the very basic which gives us and pushes us towards the practical aspect of devotional service, actually. Not many knew this, but it is. So, the practical aspect of devotional service is the aim, and by however we understand and come closer to it, we must, because it is a very it is a topic of um, it is a topic of research, we can say, for and every individual, because we don't know our nature also, how we will react in under what situation. So first you should know yourself. And how is that? Now you will say, the any person who is a learned person, he'll say, what is this person talking about foolish thing? You don't know yourself. Yes, in many situations you don't know how you'll conduct yourself, and you'll find altogether that you were a separate person. You were a complete different person in that situation, and how come you reacted or acted in that way? So you can, it is like this. So the evolvement, it is happening due to devotional service, and we must always work on perfecting it. And it is one's individual responsibility. No one will come and tell you, in the sense that it has to be started from your own personal space, and initiative is from your own side. Nobody will come and tell you. It is a thing that no one comes and tells, and that is the way we take it. So this was about Bhagavatam Shloka 11, 17, 18. I'll read it once again. Astikyam Daananishtha cha adambho brahma sevanam atushtirartho pachayair vaishya prakrutaya stvimah.